Universal pre-K is good, but universal childcare may not be. Okay, before you yell at me in the comments, when people say universal childcare, they often mean government-funded, full-time care from basically birth onward. That might sound great for parents' wallets and careers. I know it would have helped me financially, but the evidence for babies and early toddlers is a lot messier. We do have longitudinal study and really interesting research that gets referenced a lot and rehashed and repurposed in a lot of stuff that you hear about. So we have success stories from early child education in particular. Perry Preschool, Aberdeen in North Carolina, high quality Boston pre-K. These are examples you'll see often in research you read about. Small classes, trained schools, lots of one-on-one attention. This is where the phrase high quality comes from when people talk about high quality early childhood education. Those kids who went through those programs, they did way better in school, earned more, committed fewer crimes as an adult, had healthier, happier lives. But in examples when places try to scale that up to serve more students, typically had to get cheaper, typically got more associated with warehousing kids from birth, things went differently. A famous example from Quebec having a universal childhood program made it easier for moms to work, yes, moms at this era, but follow-up studies found more anxiety, aggression, and even higher teen among kids who went through the program. Tennessee had a pre-K experiment that also found worse test scores later in life, more behavior problems later in life of the kids who went through the program. So how do we square all that? First, universal pre-K for 3, 4-year-olds, still a good idea. In some form that is just bringing forward kindergarten or K-12 school. There are examples of this being at relative higher quality and mixing kids by income. Economic mobility research famously points out that kids do far better as adults when they grow up around families with different income levels. And universal pre-K programs is one place that we can kind of engineer that kind of income integration. Second, for babies to 1-year-old or so, the best program is usually time with tuned-in adults. That's the argument for serious paid leave for moms and dads, not shoving every 6th week into an underfunded center. This is getting fought, but there are probably diminishing returns at some point. Third and last, as kids get older, we should put real money into the after-school and summer programs that are high value and income mixed. That's the STEM club, the entrepreneurship program, the robotics teams, art classes, all the stuff that middle-class parents already chase. We want to find ways that kids of different incomes can experience that. Put it together. We want a system that lets families be home with babies and then transitions those kids to high-quality pre-K programs and then fills timing gaps with extracurricular activities that get kids from different income backgrounds exposed to more stuff.